And I gotta give myself a shout out, my wife a shout out, and my daughter, my youngest daughter, Ashley. Louisiana man loses arm, likely killed in gator attack in Hurricane Ida floodwaters, officials say. Now, I was looking at drone footage. It might still be up. You remember when I initially said I had this dream? And I was, did I tell you? Oh, I don't think I told you this part. So I recently had a dream. I asked a question and I got an actual response. Do I still have the video up on this site? I don't think so. No. And I mentioned this. I just got a dream of alligators in the streets. You know, like in the driveway, in my driveway. Then my daughter got a dream about an alligator in our little pond. I'm like, that's too small for an alligator. But she got it after me. Then my wife got one recently about alligators in the streets, in floodwaters, and I had one about floodwaters. I asked a specific question to my guides that night. I wanted to clarify something, and they showed me, like they usually do, 2 or 3 things in one dream. I don't think I mentioned this, but one of the dreams, I saw houses that had nice green lawns, but like some were underwater, some were okay to step on, some were not, some were okay. And there was some drone footage I watched yesterday that showed it. I'm just trying to see if Fox News here. Well, I don't. I'll just make it quick. I saw some lawns like that. Actually, some were untouched, some were underwater, some were fine. Like you could walk on it, not get your shoes, sunk underwater, but then take the wrong step and then you could. So that was interesting how I saw that in this particular dream. But I got a question answered at the same time. And there's also a boat, like basically next to somebody's yard in really, really shallow water. I saw that. We actually got in the boat in the dream. But the one dream I did tell you guys about was, I'm like, hey, there's an alligator in my driveway, and I don't know how it's going to get in here anyways, because I got a gate and a fence, like it can't get in here. But they were showing me flooded waters and everything else. So, of course, Ida then comes later. And by the way, as you know, I had that dream well before Ida was even formed anywhere. So, this news story, which I just got rid of on accident. Let me pull back up. Well, it was the Fox News story. Yesterday there was alligator spotted on Highway 90 in Louisiana. And this news story from Fox, I read the initial one, I think it was last night. And a 71 or 72-year-old man went out just in, like, I don't even know if it was waist deep water. I think it might have been in his yard, basically. I don't know what he was actually doing, but he was out there in waist deep water. His wife hears some kind of commotion. She goes out there and looks. He's being attacked by a big alligator. She actually went out there to try to help him, she said, and grabbed him, pulled him towards the house, got him on the steps, went in the house. After looking at him, realizing, oh my God, this is worse than I actually thought. He's in bad shape. Goes to call help, comes back out to the front porch. His body's gone. So the gator's like, no, I'm coming back. I want my, my kill, essentially. And dragged him off, dead. So, very interesting that I'm seeing alligators in dreams. My wife's getting them. My daughter's getting them. Flooding in my wife and mine dreams. Dick Algar and the boys, they're doing their remote viewing early August, saying we're seeing alligators in the streets. Floodwaters and stuff. Boom. That's a hit. Remote viewers got it too. So, gotta give myself credit too when something like this happens. I mean, why is Spirit showing me alligators in my dreams in flooded waters and lawns that are like, oh, I can step there, no problem. The green grass is still sticking out. Oh, that one, that's completely underwater. Like same neighborhood, same. I was literally walking through that in my most recent dream. Now, again, I haven't come out and talked about this because I was really just asking some specific thing I needed to know, and I did get the answer. I was pretty sure. But they love to show me future events while giving me the answer. They do this all the time for me. So then 2 days later, I asked for either a confirmation dream about the information I asked about that I got in that dream. Is that it? And was that for what I asked? Or Do you have other information to tell me, or just give me a confirmation? So I get another dream. This was not last night, but the night before. And they gave me another confirmation in a different way, similar but different. And I go, okay, clearly they answered my question. Got it. Thank you so much. And it has to do with a purchase of something that I'm going to get cheaper than I think. And it might be a lot cheaper than I think, according to what both of those two dreams have, I think, concluded. Now I'm like, okay, can you show me how many days away I'm going to get back in contact with this person, when they're going to call me or whatever? I'm going to hear their offer of what they want to sell this thing to me for. And I haven't gotten any numbers on that. But the second dream, I did get a 6. And my wife tells me, oh, the day before you got that, I got a 6. We were looking at a 4-wheeler in the garage and the display said 6. So I'm like, are they saying September 6th? Are they telling me 6 days from now that this person's going to call me back and go, okay, I'm ready to do the deal, and here's what I'd like. This is what I want to get out of this. And I go, oh my God, they wanted cheaper than what I was honestly maybe willing to pay. That'll be so fascinating if this happens. I'm just going to tell you right now. So anyways, take it easy.